The Blunder years, photos of kids who looked 20 years older than they were. No, this is not some grandma's old school photo. Her parents decided to style and dress this 6th grader in head-to-toe grandma gear. Most people don't like being photographed, but when you're a kid, your parents don't really give you an option. Most parents have their cameras handy to catch you doing something funny. Others dressed you up in wardrobes that aged you like crazy. You know the kind of photos we're talking about. The styling is so odd, you wind up trying to guess if a kid's either 2 years old or a 40-year-old aging librarian. So, without further ado, we present you with some embarrassing childhood pictures from Reddit's Blunder years where kids look much older than they were. Of course, this little girl's parents didn't mean to age her with their horrible fashion choices. But if someone tried to pull this today, the school staff would have had no other choice but to call CPS.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
This is the most 40-year-old looking 15-year-old kid we have ever seen. You know how people reminisce about the time when they couldn't get a date when they were teens? Yeah, well, there's a reason why they were single. Hey! At least this pic is proof that it does get better eventually. The poor thing. She looks a lot like a baby-sized version of Robin Williams' Mrs. Doubtfire. The big glasses, the teeth, and even the dress are a lot like the hip old granny played by the late comedic actor. I mean, let's be honest. Nothing they put together could have possibly been worse than this, right? Heck, they'd probably do a better job at doing their own makeup. Heck. The haircut isn't even the problem. If we ran into this kid working the desk at reception, we would have no problem believing she's of legal age. We can almost hear it. "Hi, this is Sharon at Sweet Smiles, one moment please." But judging from the entire getup, we're not so sure this Redditor was joking. Did mom actually alter her outdated clothes so her child could wear them? That alone isn't too bad, but the beehive hair? Unforgivable. If you don't know how to style yourself and find an outfit that elevates your look, you have Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, and a million fashion blogs to rely on. But back in the day, these kids only found out their fashion sense sucked and they arrived at prom looking like a divorced mom of 4. But how does a toddler wind up looking like a middle-aged 45-year-old divorced dad who works 60 hours a week? If he would have been standing next to a convertible, we would have never guessed he was just a little boy. And he looks so exhausted, he seems to be looking forward to retirement already. But guess what? The man in the photos was only 14 years old. Perhaps, getting mistaken for a 45-year-old grown man by your teen classmates is the reason why this kid looked so pissed off and stressed out, huh? The dress, the glasses, and even the hairstyle scream someone in their late 40s or early 50s. But this kid is actually 13. Fortunately, the braces on her teeth make us realize that she's still a kid at heart, literally. If you think you're looking at a 40-year-old woman who was a raging Elizabeth Taylor fan, think again. The woman in the photo is actually 12 years old. She just had one crazy mom. Let's just hope this child's mama never considered styling as a career. Seriously. Were parents purposely trying to get their kids to look like 60-year-old librarians? This poor kid is giving us total, "I want to speak to your manager" vibes. Looking like a 55-year-old librarian probably didn't help either. If we'd run into this poor kid, we wouldn't know if they were picking up their kids, or actually going to school themselves. The resemblance is truly uncanny. Of course, the hairstyle doesn't really help. But something about her whole demeanor screams Golden Girls, doesn't it? No, that's not someone's sweet old grandma nervously laughing while they take her pic. That's a 6th grader kid with an unfortunate everything. We're not sure if this is just bad styling from a pre-internet era or if this child was simply an old soul. Whatever the reason, we're sure that rocking this granny getup did not make her Mrs. Popular among her peers.